The B-2 can perform attack missions at altitudes of up to 50,000 feet. It has an unrefueled range of more than 6,000 nautical miles and can fly more than 10,000 nautical miles with one mid-air refueling. It entered service in 1997 as the second aircraft designed with advanced stealth technology after the Lockheed F-117 aircraft. The United States Air Force has 19 B-2s in service as of 2024. One was destroyed in a 2008 crash, and another one damaged in a crash in 2022. Was retired from service, likely on account of the cost and duration of a potential repair. The Air Force plans to operate the B-2s until 2032, when the Grumman B-21 Raider is to replace them. Stealth aircraft are designed to avoid detection using a variety of technologies that reduce reflection and emission of radar waves, visible light, radio frequency, spectrum, and audio. While no aircraft is completely invisible to radar, stealth aircraft make it more difficult for conventional radar to detect or track the aircraft, increasing the odds of an aircraft avoid detection by enemy radar and/or avoiding being successfully targeted by radar-guided weapons. It is a combination of passive low observable features and active emitters, radios and laser designators. The B-2 Spirit was developed to take over the USAF's vital penetration missions, allowing it to travel deep into enemy territory. The B-2 is a flying wing aircraft, meaning that it has no fuselage or a tail. Its aerodynamics has significant advantages over previous bombers due to its blend of low observable technologies with high efficiency and a large payload. Low observability provides greater freedom of action at high altitudes, thus increasing both range and field of view for onboard sensors. The development and construction of the B-2 required pioneering use of computer-aided design and manufacturing technologies due to its complex flight characteristics and design requirements to maintain very low visibility. The first operational aircraft, christened Spirit of Missouri, was delivered to Whiteman Air Force Base, where the fleet is based, on 17 December 1993. The B-2 reached initial operational capability on January 1, 1997. The B-2's combat debut was in 1999. The B-2 was the first aircraft to deploy GPS satellite-guided in combat use in Kosovo. The B-2 saw service in Afghanistan, striking ground targets in support of Operation Enduring Freedom. With aerial refueling support, the B-2 flew one of its longest missions to date from Whiteman Air Force Base in Missouri to Afghanistan and back. B-2s would be stationed in the Middle East as a part of a U.S. military buildup in the region from 2003. The B-2's combat use preceded a USAF declaration of full operational capability in December 2003. The Pentagon's Operational Test and Evaluation 2003 annual report noted that the B-2 serviceability for fiscal year 2003 was still inadequate, mainly due to the maintainability of the B-2's low observable coatings. The evaluation also noted that the defensive avionics suite had shortcomings with pop-up threats. As of September 2013, B-2 conducted 27 sorties from Whiteman AFB and 22 sorties from a forward operating location, releasing more than 1,500,000 pounds of munitions during the Iraq War. In March 2011, B-2s were the first U.S. aircraft into action in Operation Odyssey Dawn, the UN-mandated enforcement of the Libyan no-fly zone. 3 B-2s dropped 40 bombs on a Libyan airfield in support of the UN no-fly zone. The B-2s flew directly from the U.S. mainland across the Atlantic Ocean to Libya. A B-2 was refueled by Allied tanker aircraft 4 times during each round-trip mission. In August 2011, The New Yorker reported that prior to the May 2011 U.S. Special Operations raid into Abbottabad, Pakistan that resulted in the death of Osama bin Laden, U.S. officials had considered an airstrike by one or more B-2s as an alternative. The use of a bunker-busting bomb was rejected due to potential damage to nearby civilian buildings. On March 28, 2013, 2 B-2s flew a round trip of 13,000 miles from Whiteman Air Force Base in Missouri to South Korea, dropping dummy ordnance on the Jigdo target range. The mission, part of the annual South Korean U.S. military exercises, was the first time that B-2s overflew the Korean peninsula. Tensions between the Koreas were high. North Korea protested against the B-2's participation and made threats of retaliatory nuclear strikes against South Korea and the United States. On January 18, 2017, 2 B-2s attacked an ISIS training camp in Libya. The B-2s dropped 108 500-pound bombs. These strikes were followed by an unmanned aerial vehicle firing Hellfire missiles. On October 16, 2024, B-2 has carried out strikes on weapons storage facilities in Yemen, including underground facilities owned by the Houthis. 5 ardent underground weapons storage locations were struck as part of the campaign against the Houthis for attacking international shipping during the Red Sea crisis. It was believed the strikes also served as a warning to Iran, demonstrating the stealth bomber's ability to destroy targets buried underground.